Older men and younger women, 10 body language signs she likes you, must watch. Leave a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new tips. Are you trying to figure out if a younger woman likes you or not? Perhaps the way she moves her body, the positions that she holds herself in, or how she holds her posture when she's around you puts you on the fence, confused if she does have feelings for you or not. Now, since most animals don't typically date, only humans have adopted this sense of family and cohabitation. Therefore, it is natural for the male to initiate any form of mating. In the animal kingdom, the female will then decide whether to accept or reject the mating. Between the both of you, when it comes to this cycle of natural reproduction, they have it down to a T without the use of words. Why then could it be so challenging for humans not to fear? Here are the body language signs that she likes you. Remember to like and subscribe. First of all, what is body language? Well, it's how your body communicates with others on a non-verbal basis and tells a story of their emotions. And by displaying this through the way you hold yourself and where your body is in space, your subconscious mind may suggest feelings that are different from those that you are actually feeling. And it does sound very strange, doesn't it? But once you realize the various ways in which body language can communicate, everything starts to make sense. So, it's all about those nonverbal cues, how someone feels on the inside despite trying their hardest to maintain a different emotion on the exterior. And people attend colleges and universities to study body language because it can be a wonderful tool for gaining insight into people and their personalities. It can be a useful tool to understand people's thoughts and emotions, to observe signs of anxiety or stress, and even to tell when someone is being dishonest. Proximity. Women who have feelings for you will more often than not minimize the space between the two of you. Very subtly, if you're sitting next to each other, she's going to get closer to you as that conversation progresses until you are almost touching. She will approach you gradually so that she can gauge how you will react to her subtle movements. If she senses that you will reject her, she will stop approaching you before she becomes embarrassed. If the two of you are facing each other, she will probably move in closer while maintaining strict eye contact. Of course, everyone has personal boundaries, and it's critical to realize that getting permission is necessary before crossing any of them. Making small movements is a subliminal way to request permission to get closer without having to express it directly, which could potentially ruin the mood or make the situation awkward for everyone involved. Her facial expressions. When a woman is around someone she has feelings for, her facial expressions show it. Now, her lips will part slightly, allowing her to breathe through her mouth slightly. It can be said that lips are slightly resembling the female genitalia. Now, her gaze will waver, she might blink for a bit second. If she tilted her head just a little downward, it might be easier to see it. This subtle sign of insecurity reveals her desire to please, as she may be concerned that you are not pleased with her presence. Touch. Have you ever felt a woman's hand brush against yours as you were walking side by side? Did you overthink the possibility that she might have touched you by accident because her hand was moving while she was walking? It wasn't a coincidence. When a woman is drawn to you, she will look for an opportunity to touch you so that she can experience skin-to-skin contact. Her hands brushing against yours is a subliminal sign that she wants to hold your hand. However, it's possible that she is too anxious to reach out and take your hand, or she wants you to do it for her. Or perhaps you made a joke, and she laughed while placing her hand on your arm so she can feel them and perhaps get a glimpse of your muscles underneath your shirt. Whatever the case may be, she will look for an opportunity to touch you in some way, either by her own initiative or through yours. Relaxation. Your body is in fight or flight, or even freeze mode when you first enter a situation, ready to deploy its defenses if necessary to shield you from any dangers that may arise. When a woman basically unwinds around you, it's a clear sign that she finds you attractive and that she feels at ease in your presence. If you're sitting, of course, the shoulders should drop instead of being tense and upwards towards the ears, the jaw should loosen up rather than be clenched, and the arm should be relaxed at your sides or comfortably resting in your lap. If a woman is relaxed around you, it is a really good sign that she is attracted to you, because it can be very challenging for a woman to completely relax around other people. This is because many women constantly overthink various scenarios. It's also flattering to know if a woman is attracted to you but also nervous around you. If she's not entirely at ease around you but shows signs that she's not on high alert, so look out for that relaxed body posture. Her arms shall be uncrossed, and she looks comfortable to keep her arms away from her torso. A smile. Now, I don't know about you, but it's hard not to smile when you are in the presence of happy people. Even when you're just walking down the street, and a complete stranger smiles at you, we immediately return the smile, right? So, imagine what it means when you make her smile. If a total stranger can do it too, once you start smiling, it's difficult to stop because smiling is a very contagious gesture. Now, it's good news for you if a woman is constantly grinning and giggling around you because that means she's attracted to you, and that obviously you make her happy. Now, there are various smiles to watch out for, with a broad grin being one of the most crucial. This is a huge green sign when a smile appears to be spreading from ear to ear and the entire face lights up, kind of like a really corny grin. Sometimes she will smile before she even has that chance to reel it in, to not give it away that she likes you. Some of these situations will be when she first meets you. Now, let's say you both work together or where you bump into each other. How does she respond? If she looks over the moon, this is a great sign. Another cheeky body language tip is to see if she smiles when you are not around. So, if you can say, watch her from across the room, let's say, a coffee shop, send her a message when she knows you're not there and see how she reacts to your message. If she smiles and then replies instantly, this is a green flag. Shoulders. Have you ever seen a woman raise her shoulder or look over it like this? Despite their innocent appearance, the shoulders also mimic a woman's breasts and sexual health. The neck and shoulder area actually is responsible for the release of pheromones such as estrogen and highlights the next vulnerability. When attempting to flirt, women naturally do this over the shoulder glance, and this subconscious response is her inner sexual feeling. It's an evolutionary reaction that women have developed over thousands of years. Armed gestures. Your heart and other vital organs are protected by your arms, which are essentially the guards outside the building. However, it's a good sign if a woman's arms are at her side or even in her lap while you are speaking or standing next to her. It means that she feels at ease around you, the guards are off duty, and she doesn't feel threatened by the conversation topic. Now, she might be fidgeting with her fingers in her lap, but if so, it's likely that she's nervous. And nervousness, despite what you think, can be a good sign because it implies interest and perhaps even feelings for you. So, all in all, this is a great sign. Her knee placement. Observing the knees is very similar to how we previously discussed with the arms. Of course, you should sit down for this one. It's kind of a little bit similar to eye contact. When a woman is talking to you and her knees are pointing in your direction, her body is telling you that you have her full attention and that she feels comfortable around you. If she likes you, her body will naturally gravitate towards you because she feels safe with you, and you have lowered her guard. As the conversation progresses, her knees will begin to face you, making it simpler for her to, well, move closer. And when a woman is sitting with her legs crossed in your direction, it could also mean that she's feeling relaxed and comfortable in your presence, which is another green flag. Eye contact. When speaking with someone, making eye contact is crucial because it communicates to them on a subconscious level that they have your full attention and that you are actively listening to them. And also, did you know that the longer you spend gazing into someone's eyes, the more intimacy feelings are created? Many women believe that their inner voices are frequently ignored, so if you can demonstrate to her right away that you are willing to hear what she has to say, you will win her over in many ways and become more appealing to her. Now, when she's around you, something as straightforward as just listening, something we are taught from a very young age, can have a significant impact on her confidence. So, notice how often she tries to gaze into your eyes, even if she glances away quickly when she realizes that you are looking at her. But if she continues to look into your eyes after this, it's a huge sign of body language attraction. She's trying to continue that subconscious gaze to attract you even more. Okay, given that they may not have an overtly sexual undertone, some of these points may have confused you. But it's crucial to realize, however, that many women, if not all, will have emotions and feelings that will influence their sexual attraction to someone, which is why something just as simple as holding hands can be a huge red flag. Women pay much more attention to the emotions behind each movement and gesture than is initially apparent. So, with these pointers and all the tricks from today's video, hopefully, you can put dating and finding that special someone into practice and experience immediate gratification. Perhaps you have been idly scrolling through the dating scene, completely oblivious to the obvious cues and signs that women are attracted to you. But because you weren't aware of these cues and signals, you completely ignored them. Sadly, and don't worry, that's quite common. Now, you never know, the next single woman might be waiting to meet you. 15 Strongest Signs of Sexual Tension Between Two People, Sexual Attraction and Chemistry. Strong signs of sexual tension between two people. Have you ever felt that strong sense of tension between you and another person? Though it's not the type of tension that is actually anger, but the nicer kind, a feeling that has been labeled sexual tension. You probably have experienced it before or will experience it in your lifetime. Now, it is kind of hard to explain, but if you have experienced it before, you know exactly how it feels. There are certain signs that show there is sexual tension between two people that can help you identify if you have felt it before or to help you identify it in the future. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the strongest signs of sexual tension between two people so that you can identify them now and in the future. Like and subscribe, let's go. 1. Awkward conversations. The very first sign is one that can kind of go either way. It's those awkward conversations. This one could actually be telling you that the girl you are talking to is not interested or that things are not going well. For it to apply to sexual tension, then you need to have some of the other signs that I'm going to be telling you about in today's video. Now, it can be awkward at the start with sexual tension because you might be talking about intimate things, or you could both be overwhelmed by your feelings that you are very nervous. It's not the easiest way to identify sexual tension, but it's one of the strongest ways. 2. Eye contact. You both look at each other straight in the eye, then you look away, and then you look at them from across the room. It's lingering, it's sexy, and it's very intimate. Only you and her know what is going on. This is a sure sign that you have sexual tension between you both. If you want to make that sexual tension a little bit more intense, then you can use eye contact to get it there. Make sure to look at her when she speaks to you and make some sexy eye contact. 3. Staring. You find yourself staring at her, and her staring at you. Now, it's different from eye contact, which is often quick and happens more when you are enjoying a conversation together. Staring is often slow, and you kind of hold that gaze. Other people can often sense when you are staring at someone as well. It's something you often do when you just cannot get enough of someone. You feel such a tension between you both that you can look at them quite literally for hours. Just make sure not to creep out your girl when you are staring and make sure you do break away. 4. Daydreaming about the other person. If you are daydreaming about another person, it probably means that you do like them and that there is that sexual tension between you both. You might daydream about just doing simple things with them or doing some more intimate things, maybe something along the sexual measure. You want to be around that person all of the time, hence why they're always up there in your mind. You might even find it very, very difficult to focus on a task because all you can really picture is them. 5. The atmosphere. Have you ever felt a feeling in the atmosphere that you just cannot quite put your finger on? You're looking at a girl that you really like, and she's looking directly into your eyes, and suddenly the air around you feels different. It's as if there's that surge of energy and electricity in the air. This is what we call a sexual atmosphere filled with tension. There's a certain teenage feeling that surrounds you both. Remember that feeling you had as a teenager when your stomach falls to your feet when you meet someone that you like? If you find yourself starting to feel like you have a teenage crush, then that is a strong sign that you both have sexual tension. You can keep those teenage feelings going strong by arranging fun dates. 6. Non-stop flirting. This is one of the strongest signs of sexual tension, that flirting absolutely never stops. You both are going back and forth like you are playing a tennis match with each other. As soon as you are in the same space as someone that you have that sexual tension with, you can't help yourself. There is a non-stop flirting disco happening right there and then. You will start worrying about how you look around them, worrying about your hair. Maybe you're constantly fiddling around with your clothing, doing those little things to really make a difference and to grab their attention. 7. You both look great together. Maybe everyone comments on how great you guys look. You have your friends saying, "You know what, dude? You actually look really good together with that lady." They might be sensing that tension between you both or that you really do like each other and no one's making the next move. People who are close to us can normally pick up on this a lot sooner before we do. You also might be acting kind of like a couple already. So if this is a thing, enjoy this stage. 8. You smile all the time. When you are both together, you can just not stop smiling. Even when you are apart, you are smiling when you are thinking about them. If they ping your phone, you have an instant smile on your face. Everything she does makes you smile, and you feel like you have never been this happy in your life ever. You also find that you smirk when you speak to her, but in a very flirty way. These early stages of smiling and sexual tension really do feel amazing, don't they? 9. You laugh a lot. You laugh all of the time when you are both together. You cannot stop laughing about the small things. You find yourself laughing more than you normally would when you are apart as well. You just seem a lot happier, and friends might even pick up and comment on this too. This means you are literally very happy with them, which is a great sign of sexual tension and maybe even possibly a relationship in the future. Be prepared to be blown away by this one. 10. You think about your facial expressions. You try actively to not frown when you are around her, even if it is by mistake. Instead, you are very, very focused on smiling, offering those flirtatious facial expressions, and looking at her intently when she's talking. These are all signs of sexual tension. And if you are thinking about how your facial expressions are every second of that conversation, well, it means there is definitely something between you both. 11. You tease each other constantly. Just like flirting, you constantly tease each other about everything. It's fun teasing, like calling her clumsy when she drops her fork or giving her a little nudge when she says something funny. It's often very flirty and can easily escalate. This is a huge part of sexual tension as it can often turn into a lot more. 12. You dream about them. Not only do you daydream about them, you also dream about them at night too. These dreams might be more intimate and might be of you both at night. You know what I'm referring to. They will often leave you feeling a little hot under the collar. You might wake up and think, wow, did I really just dream that? You gravitate towards them. If you both turn up to the same party, you feel yourself moving towards them, always wanting to be physically close and talking. This is because you both have that undeniable connection and tension that hangs in the air between you both. She might come to you, or you might go to her, either way, you both have to just be that close to each other. You respond to touch by getting even closer. She places her arm on your leg, and you kind of shuffle towards her. This is common behavior between two people who are experiencing sexual tension. You simply cannot be close enough, and you just keep moving towards each other until you guys are face to face, very close to kissing. You might not even realize that you're actually moving closer towards her. It's something that happens to us subconsciously. Before you know it, though, you guys are locking lips. You get butterflies when you are around them. Butterflies are not just something that we hear about in the movies. When you see her walking towards you, your stomach suddenly fills with butterflies. Butterflies will feel like your stomach is flipping and moving around. It happens when we really like someone and often when there is a little bit of sexual tension between you and another person. There you go, we've reached the end of the video. I really hope this video helped. Leave your comments down below if you feel I've missed something from today's video.